Well, hey, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Blue Gamer Bluecast Morning Show. I'm your host, Adam Blue, 30 plus year video game enthusiast and industry analyst. And today, for March 25th, 2026, run through the latest gaming news, what I've been playing, etc., etc. I think we all know what I've been playing. Just some more Crimson Desert, which has been awesome. Lots of fun. Yeah, what are we jumping into? What are we jumping into first? I'm trying to think. I feel like game news has been, it's like slow, but a mix of like bad news or complaining about things. And it's like, I'm trying not to focus on that stuff all the time. I'll probably bring up one thing here, but let's just jump into what I've been playing real quick, because you know what? It's always really short. Yeah, 18 hours, 22 minutes into Crimson Desert. I'm enjoying myself. It's just, you can get lost in it, the way it feels. I love the controls, even with the patch that, tweaked it slightly, but I love the way it's just like Dragon's Dogma, that style, like, the Demon Souls, Dark Souls, they got a little faster with that by Elden Ring. And there's even a little bit of the Breath of the Wild. It's that sort of deliberate, intentional movement in the animation that's in the movement. For some people that's kind of muddy, but if you're used to playing certain games, then it is. Anyway, it's just, I'm trying to think of anything interesting that happened yesterday. No, other than I was playing on Gundam Explained, the morning show that I've been doing on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and it was just perfect timing because I happened to be playing the same time. Should I show it? Where it was like a mech battle. Basically, I was able to make it relevant to that show's subject matter by facing off against a mech. It's a guy in an armored suit, but it's more than just an armored suit. It's pretty bulky, and no, that was a lot of fun. It was. I died a couple times, but then it's like you could figure out how to take him out. And so that ended where I was having to then like kill everyone. It was this giant quarry, and what I realized, you don't have to kill everyone, you have to liberate a certain amount of prisoners. So there'll be groups of bad guys around prisoners, and so if you kill the bad guys there, so you want to aim for, in any of these liberation missions, you want to just aim for an area where you see enemies around prisoners, or slaves, or people that work, and basically they'll have like a different colored uniform than the bad guys. And yeah, because I was like, man, I have to kill so many, and it ended up just in the middle of a fight fading to black and then coming back, and it said you liberated it. And so it's a lot of fun. And it was interesting because that was like a boss that was like earlier. That was a mission given to me, but there's other missions you can do, and then I was even fighting other bosses before I went back to that one. It's really cool. Eltronimus, gotta love when objective is more important than wholesale slaughter. Yeah, that's true, actually. That is actually kind of a good point. It wasn't just like really like kill everyone. It was more of just like liberate. And yeah, that's a good point, actually. That's kind of thoughtful design. But anyway, that's about it. I forgot Minecraft was on here. I didn't actually play it. My son did. So, which here, by the way, I've realized like you can launch into your profile and then launch a game. But I think sometimes if you launch, yeah, I don't get how it goes. Maybe one of the controllers, because we have the controllers that are assigned per person. Maybe that's what it is. Anyway, I think that's it for. Oh, I was just scrolling down, seeing some other games that I hadn't played. Like, I want to get back to that Starship Troopers Bug War. I hadn't played that in a little while, but yeah, I mean, Crimson Desert's taking my time. Okay. Let's look at some news. So this is the bad news. We'll get it over with first. So Epic Games lays off 1,000 people. So, and closure of Fortnite Rocket Racing. So there's a bigger thing going on here, and it's just, so Fortnite isn't making money like it used to. The thing is, it makes a ton of money. It has a ton of people on there. So it's like when it comes to getting eyes in front of something, like it has it. But now we're getting to this point where these companies like don't know what they're doing long term, how to handle it. Like even Tim Sweeney was making this post how, they have enough money that they can fight lawsuits all the time. And then I guess he was saying, but then over time, like I guess he got to a point where, yeah, like he can't, now the company's losing money. So it's like these companies get a cool, neat idea, and then they seem like they're badasses because they make a lot of money and make a lot of cool projects, but then they go so far to just destroy themselves. But then you see other companies like Nintendo that don't do that. Nintendo can last a long time. Sometimes they have bad practices, but I feel like it's more like business protection. And, things get turned around on Nintendo and they concede to it. They've had lawsuits even in the 80s that they've lost. So, uh, I think it's just one of those things where there's this balance, and Epic just with Fortnite just doubling down on the live service without really building some sort of foundational scaffolding. It just allowed them to just get to this point where something like this can't exist, and it might not anymore. Well, not that Fortnite's not going to exist anymore, but I guess the sort of wonder and creativity that were brought on by the limitations of the field these developers were in made the game Fortnite. And just with how Tim Sweeney's speaking on, they have the money to throw at anything to do, it's, you could see then it gets to these points, because it's crazy sometimes when there is a successful franchise and product and you see a company fumble it. But it's not just like it's an inevitability, because we see so many companies have lasted a long time doing well. And remember, Fortnite's a more recent phenomenon in the grand scheme of things. So anyway, I guess the big takeaway here is a lot of companies are looking at Fortnite to see how they should be making games. But here's proof that that was just, again, a unicorn. Yeah, so. All right, so let's see if we can get into some cool news. So I saw this, I'd be happy to collaborate. True Crime New York City modder, a modder, not a developer, open to working on Xbox and PC re-release. So a lot of interesting things to go about here. If you guys had never played True Crime Streets of LA, came out in 2003. It was like the answer to Grand Theft Auto 3. Open world, the reason I liked it more than Grand Theft Auto is because since I played a cop, there were limitations to what I could do. So the mechanics in the open world were a little more interesting. Like, you could shoot your gun in the air to get people to freeze. You ask people to put their hands up so you can cuff them, and depending on how you acted as a cop would affect the whole rest of the game. Man, I'm just getting so many flashbacks, because when True Crime came out, I think by that time I had moved out and I was living on my own, and I had my first HD TV. It was, back then they were CRTs and they were still 4:3, weren't 16:9 yet, but it had 720p. I think that was when, it was just 720p. And then True Crime Streets of LA was like one of the first games, and especially on Xbox, to be widescreen 720p. So I felt like I was a badass during that time, 2003, playing True Crime Streets of LA the best way you possibly can. But then eventually they had the 2005 follow-up, True Crime Streets of New York, which didn't have 720p HD anymore, and it was 4:3. And I will forever not understand why that happened. How come a game went from widescreen HD to what is a standard to then went back on that? And that is weird. So it's funny, because in this, I guess this modder was making it so it'd be widescreen. The PC version has actually just received a fan-made widescreen fix. So anyway, because I was playing it on an Xbox and it didn't look as good, back when it came out, I remember being a little disappointed, and I never finished the game. And it really could have been a good game and a better game. I kind of wish I finished it, but I wouldn't mind here. I'll show this video. I wouldn't mind going back and trying. But here's the thing: it's Activision, owned by Microsoft. They just need to release these as backwards compatible games, and I think they're going to do that. So, anyway, let's move on. Okay, review Super Mario Brothers Wonder Nintendo Switch 2 Edition meetup in Bella Bell Park. So, This is just another pay for an upgrade on the Switch 2, and that's for Super Mario Wonder, which came out like 2 years before, 2023? Yeah, 2023. That's that. Okay. Yeah, played through it with my wife. Fun, great Mario game. So the Switch 2 edition looks fantastic, actually. I saw a video showing, I think it was Digital Foundry, showing how it runs, and it looks amazing. But it includes a whole thing called, Meet Up in Bella Belt Park, but it's actually a multiplayer thing. And it's like an overworld like you'd seen Super Mario World, and you run around to, the different levels that would be, or maps or state, but they are mini games. They're cooperative or so anyway, I think that might be fun. I might get that for the wife and I to check out. Um, but yeah, that's that. And then so Mario and Sonic news. Sonic Frontiers Definitive Edition has been rated in Korea. So Sega is presumably planning some additional content for the reasonably well-received Sonic Frontiers as a definitive edition of the 3D. So, okay. So this game, I never finished it. I did start it up again recently to play it, and it's not bad. It is super rough. So if the definitive edition is to sort of clean it up, and I don't know how to say it, it's just I've played a lot of platformers recently, and I feel like this game nails when you're in the speed. It nails when you're like looking around, but then when you're interacting sometimes with a platforming part, it's a little rough. And is there something you can do with that? I don't know. But anyway, I would be super excited for a definitive edition if it's doing some stuff. I don't know. And like, hopefully you can carry your save over because I'm like halfway through the game. I'd say maybe, I don't know, maybe a little more. But yeah. Okay. Yeah, this and then also to have it on Switch 2. I think that's also the other sort of thing because I remember when they made the first Sonic Frontiers, I think that was the other issue they were targeting for Switch. And that's why the game seemed to in general not be that amazing. But yeah, we'll see. Okay, well, hey, Ultronimus, I forgot one. I wonder what happened. Yeah, I imagine Definitive Edition will make it play more like Sonic X Shadow Generations. Well, yeah, I wonder because if it played more like the controls in Sonic X Shadow Generations, that would be amazing. But I think because one's open world and the way they, it shouldn't matter, but they're like almost different. Good call on that. I'd like to see what happens with that. Okay. And they did the same thing. They had the Sonic X Shadow Generations version come out on Switch 2, right? Just recently. I think it was the end of last year when the other one came out the year before, something like that. I remember I got that and I didn't play. I played a good bit of the Shadow stuff because I had played Generations before. Wow, all these re-releases. Okay. Okay. I always say no. All right. So I am gonna jump into Crimson Desert. That's how we are going to spend the rest of this time. I'm enjoying myself. Oh, you know what? Do I want to turn on the lossless scaling? Maybe. Might be too late. Give it a second. Okay. Um. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, playing it. I just don't remember. I don't remember Generations being janky. I really liked. Wait. What am I? Did I mess this up? Hold up. Yeah, let me do something real quick. Wait, where is it? I'm trying the lossless scaling. I don't know if it's really doing much. But we'll see. You know what's a really good one is Generations. Oh, that's weird. That has the white thing at the top. I think it's because I'm doing the lossless scaling. But anyway, the 3DS Generations game that was good. They need to port that. Yeah, that is weird that the white bar is on the top there. I haven't streamed games, I think, while using the lossless scaling. It's like a overlay that makes your game look like it runs better than it should, although it's not running as good as it was this morning, and it could be because I'm streaming also. Yes, I think I figured that out last time. If I'm streaming while playing Crimson Desert, the game doesn't run perfectly, and that actually makes sense. Okay. All right, so yes, something is. I'm gonna do something real quick. Let's unscale. Okay. And then Alt Enter. No. Hold up. That's supposed to. Oh no! Come on. Do I? Oh, I know what I can do. Is that what I'm looking for? Yeah, there we go. Okay. Oh, that feels so much better. All right. Okay, so I don't think I've decided what I am going to be doing next. Let's go to map. Hey, Jim Killix, good to see you. Okay. There was this here, but I'm going to have to do this later because I have to get this guy, and then, as far as I know, I have to take this path all the way here. Wait a minute. I wonder why it's showing that twice. Because I actually, here's the thing. I killed the guy, but then the game didn't register. Long story. Because it could have been me, actually. But I wonder what happens if I go. So what I'm going to do, so what happened was this guy, I was going to try to take to, the prison, but what happened? We were riding, I think he fell off. I ran into something, he fell off the horse because I had to, ride him. And then I think I went to go pick him up, and then he got up and started fighting me. And at that point, it actually didn't give me the option to tie him up. So I had to just kill him. And so I killed him, and he dropped a note or like a paper, and I think that's supposed to be like the bounty. So it could be that I just take it up here, or it could be that I still have to go back in. See ya, Chris. So let me go check with this. Hand over the outlaw to the guards. Well, so maybe they still think. So maybe the game has kept this guy alive. See, this is weird. Let's check it out for fun. I didn't want to do this, but actually I'm curious. Although the area for the bounty where they last saw the guy, sometimes, or the girl, sometimes they won't be there. Yeah, like right now, no. Don't fall. Because he's like down in this little canyon. Okay, where am I? Was this near a camp that I could sleep at? I kind of don't think so. Just to like change the time of day. Okay. Okay, what's going on here then? Okay, let's finish off a task. Oh, is it inside this place? And this is a story I haven't been paying attention to. Basically, someone like smashed some of his products or his goods, and we're trying to investigate.
You've arrived.
I don't know.
Have you found any suspects yet? I too have been investigating the bandits, though I've yet to uncover any decisive proof. I'll have to wait
Probably
till you're
the
done
bandits.
with your investigations.
Oh.
What did Bleak have to say?
Oh. Select evidence. Okay, I have not been paying attention.
The masked men. As I expected, a traitor lurks within. And what of Scrav, the trade goods manager? Yes, in light of that, he does seem suspicious.
You know what? I have not been paying attention at all to
Then tell me,
what
what
this
did Noble
chain of
say?
events is supposed to be, so...
That seems different from what I heard before.
Oh.
Would you like to ruminate further on this?
Oh, okay, so maybe I'd selected the right ones before, and...
Then tell me, what did Noble claim?
Select. Let's do... that.
He shared information with Grimsel, as expected. The picture grows clearer.
Okay.
And you spoke with Grimsel as well?
I guess what's helped was the ledgers and receipts I found. Let's see.
That seems
different from what I heard. Okay,
before.
so I selected the wrong one.
Would you like to ruminate further on this?
This game could cut all of
And you spoke
these
with
mission
Grimsel as
types,
well?
and I wouldn't care.
That seems
Oh my
different from
gosh,
what
now
I
I
heard
gotta-
before.
At least I know which one it is now.
Would you like to ruminate further on this?
Okay, so Ultronimus. That's exactly what I was worried about, but it doesn't look like that. It's like the game is only
And
giving
you spoke
me
with Grimsel as well?
the option to select the right one.
The stolen ledger, yes.
Oh man.
Now let us consider Catnum's testimony. Guards were stationed at his home, were they not? That should confirm the culprit.
Let's see. What do we select? The guard's letter or guard's report?
That seems
Oh,
different
no.
from what I heard before. Would you like to ruminate further on this?
Yeah. Yeah, let's keep going.
Now let us consider Catnum's
So yeah, we're gonna do
testimony.
report.
Guards were stationed at his home, were they not? That should confirm the culprit. Let's see. No one could have bribed every guard. The only ones with knowledge of the trade routes were Nogle and Grimsel. Grimsel distanced himself from suspicion by stepping down after the theft. Yet the guards posted at every vantage point swore they saw no thief at all. So tell me, was there truly a theft that night?
What?
If Grimsel himself were the traitor,
No.
everything falls into place. Wouldn't you agree?
Would I agree? Is this the moment?
dentist called. Can you call me in 5 minutes? I need to tell you this. So they're waiting for us.
Well, what? No, tell me real quick.
They want to reschedule to 11 if we're able to make it there.
Okay.
Kind of annoying. If not,
Yeah,
I can just say
yeah, let's do it.
11 is fine.
Yeah.
So that means
Yeah.
we have to.
It's okay.
make it by 10.
Wait. All right. XCX style. Oh yeah. So far, yeah, I don't know. Well, let's see what he says. Nothing. So I wonder if like, what? Hold up. Hunt down the traitor. I do not want to kill the wrong person. Well, let's just assume the game is set up to just do it like that. And how far? Not too far. I think I can jump off and I don't know if you guys heard like the whole thing about like they patched the controls to make it easier, and I mean, sure, maybe they tweaked it a little, but it doesn't feel too much difference in the first 12 hours I was playing or whatever. Nope. Dun dun dun. Nope, not in here. Maybe in the back. Uh-oh.
Good
What
work.
are you guys doing here?
You really think it'll be all right?
What are you worrying about? It'll all be over once we drive Shaka 2 out.
Huh? Who are you?
Phoned you. Shakatu was 10 steps ahead of you.
I don't know anything. Whoa, whoa!
It'll be interesting when this mission ends if it's like, all right, you did a good job, mission's over, or it's like you failed. Because during that whole thing of gathering evidence to it's the only time I had to make choices. Oh wait, how do I get up there? Okay, we're gonna have to pony this. Let's do it. Oh, come on. Alright. You know what? I think my horse is injured. And I don't know how to... Oh, that's what happened. I remember I was feeding the horse. And, Man, is there really a path that goes up there? I was feeding the horse, and that's when the other prisoner I had got away. And then well, tried to get away, and then I had to kill him. Didn't really want to do that, but yeah, I can't... Either I can't gallop because, I'm carrying someone, which I thought I could. Or because my, horse is damaged, because if you look up close... It looked like a zombie horse when I, teleported in one time. Wait, is this even the right way? Wait a minute, I don't even think this is the right way. To get over there... Oh man, do I have to go the other way, or... This must have been like a puzzle or something. I can see the, Let's see what it tells me. You know what? I'm intrigued. Hold on, buddy. I'm gonna have to put you... Is it letting me? I've done it before. Okay. Wait a minute. Yeah, there's like a floating thing in here. Okay, here. Stay right there. Don't move. Okay. Oh, what's this whole thing? What was all that about? Oh. Okay. Okay, did I stumble upon something pretty neat here? Oh, I could probably take the guy and go up there, maybe. I really don't know. I really don't know. It would be fun to find out. But this is what's intriguing. It doesn't seem like I can do anything. Wait. Okay. It is letting me. So we will just, I think, and I'm just guessing, that, oh, yeah, what's up here? What? Oh! Wow, the ground fell. I got out of that right on time. It does seem kind of weird that I'm like exploring a cave with a prisoner. And I really don't know if this is going to get me to where I need. This is like some, like, look at the stuff on the wall. What's going on? No. Whoa. Oh, so this might be a puzzle area. Very cool, but I don't think I am ready to puzzle. What I need to do is figure out how to get the other way. Oh. Yeah, it might just be a matter of me having to take the long way back, but I feel like I'm faster on foot than with my horse. And there's a teleporter, but I don't think I can teleport while carrying a prisoner. So you see how interesting and mundane, like, this game can be where, like, Gundam explained yesterday, I was fighting the mech and all that, and today I'm just having to take this prisoner back, but having to go the long way, which is around that mountain, there's a path, so. Oh, wow, I'm actually really much closer. What, would I have to take that path? Jeez. Anyway, all right. I'm gonna head out, guys. That was a lot of fun. Wait, no, I want to save. Right, yeah, save. Blah, blah, blah. Cannot be. Wait. Oh, because I'm in the middle of a. Okay, that's okay. That means I don't have to walk all the way back. I'll be at the start of the mission. So, guys, I'm gonna head out. That was a lot of fun. I will be back. I'm gonna explain tomorrow. Midnight Hatter tonight. So, see y'all later.